Supposedly, the West is concerned about scientific method, science and logic and so on. Okay, well, by the scientific method, you have a process, an experiment, and then you look at the outcome, you look at the results, and you evaluate the results. And if the results are good and what you wanted, then that means the process is good. If the outcome is horrifically bad, you should evaluate the process to understand, okay, we're doing something terribly wrong here. Because what we thought, how we thought this was going to turn out, our hypothesis was that if we do thus and so, it will get this really wonderful result. Well, you've done thus and so, and your result is horrific. So you should reevaluate your process. But instead of doing that, you redefined catastrophe as success. So now, for example, it's really good that there's so much divorce. It's really good that there's so many single mothers. It's really good that there's free zina everywhere. It's really good. In fact, let's legalize drugs. All of these things are actually successes. You thought that they were catastrophically bad for the society. So let's just redefine it, because we can't bear to reevaluate the process and admit that we've been wrong this whole time. So let's just call the failure success. We'll redefine it, because that's all they ever do is just play with terms and play with definitions. You just play with words, because you have no morals. You have no actual moral standard. You have no actual definitions. You're not connected to reality at all. You've gotten, and over the course of time, gotten more and more and more disconnected from reality. We can all see that it's a disaster. We can all see that the society is a complete disaster. That the wealth inequality, the misery, the depression, the mental illness, the drug addiction, the disease, the everything is, by any and all normal metrics of a healthy society, you're abysmal. It's an absolute failure. Your social experiment, your societal experiment, your civilizational experiment is a devastating failure. So instead of admitting that and reevaluating your process, you just redefine devastating failure as outstanding success. So now they say, well, like if we haven't gotten to where we have where we officially stated we wanted to be as a society, which anyway you don't admit. This is again what I mean. You're defining this failure as a success. But of course you have to admit that there are problems, because there are a lot of miserable people who want change. But you've so completely stunted their ability to think, and you've so tightly and narrowly defined all possibilities of how to live and how to be and how to have a society, that all they can think of is, no, we need more of what we had that got us here. We need more of that, and that will somehow turn out better. We need to just. But the problem is that we didn't put enough gasoline on the fire. If we just put more gasoline on the fire, that will put it out.